So ask Merlin.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you want to do. I see him over there. He's looking at me. I see him over there looking at me, and here he comes.
Yeah.
Here he comes. He's going to make his entrance. And there's the top of the hat.
There it is.
He's sneaking in,
Yeah.
and there he is.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to push me out of the picture and take over. Yeah, ask Merlin. Actually, kind of got a cool question that was Facebook to me, Facebook or Instagram. So I'm glad that people are doing that because they actually said, "Hey, this would be a good one for the show."
Good.
So keep keep doing that, guys. And also on another quick note, if you want to see us do our look back at any particular show, man, we'd love to do shows that you guys
Yeah.
suggest. Um, we want to see you guys in the comments more, man.
Yeah.
Come in the comments. Um,
All right.
anyway,
We're not so controversial, but we still have lots of good things to talk about.
no, but we have topics. We have good
Yeah.
topics, things to
Good
talk about.
topics. 100% bodybuilding.
Yeah, if you guys want to see controversy and
There's
bashing
other
and
pages.
criticizing, go to a different channel. That's not
Yeah.
going to happen with us.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so I got an interesting question. So somebody actually said to me, uh, paraphrasing, but coach, do you believe in the adage that a lot of bodybuilders would say there's no such thing as overtraining, only under eating and under sleeping? Did you ever hear that, Kevin? People say that?
There's only,
There's no such thing as overtraining. It's oversleeping or,
yeah.
or under
Yeah.
eating
Yeah.
or undersleeping, under eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in other words, to say that there's a lot of people out there who are like, don't overtrain. It's terrible, but you can't overtrain. You're just not eating enough or you're not sleeping enough, whatever. How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you how I feel about it. Absolutely, there's such thing as
Of
overtraining,
course.
100%. Um, I know that, I think that the bodybuilders who say that, they're trying to be hardcore, hardcore, like, you can't overtrain, stop being a pussy, do 30 sets for biceps, that kind of stuff. Um, and that's entirely untrue because our bodies we're human. We are human.
Yeah.
And while we do have variances in the amount of training that we can tolerate. If you look at the average, don't, listen, I always say don't look at the elite top bodybuilders in the
No.
world for your thought process because they have, genetic tendencies that allow them to train more and recover more easily, or they have greater amount of fast twitch muscle fibers, or they have even coming down to PEDs. Some of them react incredibly well to the
Yeah.
smallest amount, which we discussed before, and some don't barely react to the largest amount. So you can't look at them. It's like looking at Michael Jordan and comparing your basketball skills. That's not going to happen. So just the normal people, yes, absolutely, there's such thing as overtraining, and I say it for a number of reasons. First of all, most people who work out in the gym, that's not their life. They have a job,
Yeah.
they go to school, they have pressures, they have a family life, they have boyfriends, girlfriends, maybe kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's all on your plate. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that is going to take away from recovery ability.
Exactly.
Um, and the truth of the matter is that, well, everybody really has, once you have stimulated a muscle to grow. Now you do have to stimulate it, which means you can't go into the gym and just go rep, 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 put the weight down. You have to push yourself. One of my favorite quotes that I have ever made myself is, if you expect yourself to grow, you can't whisper at a muscle, you have to scream.
Yeah.
So once in the beginning, of course, you're training, it's new to you, you've never lifted weights. So anything you do is going to produce growth. But after a while, your body grows a tolerance, just like alcohol. Like, if
Yeah.
you've never had a drink before and you drink half a beer, you could be drunk off your ass.
Yeah.
After a while, you'll need 5 beers to
Yeah.
even touch you.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. So the same thing with training. But there comes a point when you've stimulated a muscle, And then anything after that is just going to, break in, it's going to go past your ability to recover because
Yeah.
think about building muscle like this. Pretend building muscle is like digging a hole. So you dig a hole in the ground, you dig a nice hole in the ground, and then the goal when it comes to recovering is to fill the hole and then add a little dirt on top. And that little dirt on top is your extra muscle.
Yeah.
If you just keep refilling the hole, that's no extra muscle.
Yeah.
If you don't fill the hole at all and it's still short, you're losing muscle.
Yeah.
And not like, okay, so what are you going to do? If you go by the concept that there's no such thing as overtraining, what's too much training? 30 sets, 50 sets,
Yeah.
100 sets,
Yeah.
5 hours in the gym, 10 hours in the gym? How far can you go with that? That's actually a completely silly way to look at things. First of all, you can only eat so much food before you're vomiting. You can't just go, well, I'm going to eat so much food that I'm going to recover from my 6 hour workouts.
Yeah.
You can't sleep 15 hours a day unless, you were lucky to inherit, $20 million and you have no job and you want to
Yeah.
sleep 15 hours a day and just train. But for the normal person, you want to get 7, 8 hours of sleep a night. You want to try to eat 5 or 6 meals with the right amount of protein, this and that. So that's as much as you can do. You certainly can overtrain. And in fact, you can overtrain to the point where you actually even poison your system. You
Yeah.
know, you there's ability to break down muscle tissue to such a point where it actually poisons your system. You can end up in the hospital. It could be deadly.
Wow.
So obviously you can overtrain. It's absolutely true you can overtrain. And I believe that everybody has a sweet spot
Yeah.
in their training where you've stimulated muscle growth, but any more than that, you're taking away from your muscle growth and you're going too far and you're tearing yourself down a little too much.
Yeah.
And what people don't often to think about is it's very difficult or it's more difficult to overtrain an actual muscle. Like the muscles can take a lot, but it's the central nervous system.
Yeah.
It's the central nervous system that becomes truly overtrained. The adrenal glands get burnt. And that, when you do that and your central nervous system's not recovering between, your muscle may recover. Like you may hit chest and it's sore as hell. You hit it on Monday and it's
Yeah.
really sore Tuesday and it's really, and then by Thursday, the soreness is gone and you feel like you're ready to go again. That does not mean your central nervous system's ready to go.
Yeah.
And if your central nervous system is not ready to go, you will not grow because it's going to screw up all the systems in your body that are required from the proper hormones, from the proper neurotransmitter, from all the different systems in your body that contribute to
Yeah.
the anabolic
Yeah.
process.
And
So, yeah,
probably if the body, if it's fine, if it sees that something's wrong, it fight against you to do what,
yes.
it's like, I don't think it's off topic. It's like if you're stuck in on a mountain, uh, correct me if I'm wrong, the body attacks the muscle first before the fat, right? Is it like that?
Well,
For
what do you mean if you're on a
like
mountain?
to survive, the
Oh,
body,
yeah, it's going to go
if you're
after muscle
without
because the
food,
muscle is what has it
yeah,
has the protein, it has the
yeah.
amino acids, so it's got to start
So
breaking that
the
down.
fat is the last thing that goes.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
body will hold on to that.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing.
Yes.
Like the body somehow finds a way to protect itself, and if it needs to shut you down, it will shut you down.
Yeah, because especially because the fat is what keeps your body warm.
Yeah, yeah,
So like
yeah.
it's going to try to hold that stuff, but the body is going to grab and that's what's going to happen if you're in the gym. You're in the gym for
Exactly.
3, 4 hours. It's going to attack the muscle, like you're
Yeah,
saying, and it's going to
yeah,
start pulling.
yeah,
You know, if you've blown out all your glycogen,
yeah,
your body's like, well, we still need to have sugars in our system, so let's pull out the amino acids
yeah, yeah,
and convert the amino acids
yeah,
through gluconeogenesis and make it into carbs,
yeah,
and then you're robbing your muscles. So yeah, so I think that it's good for people to realize that if you're in the gym and whatever it is, you're working out for an hour and a half, training your ass off. Maybe some people can tolerate 2 hours. Maybe some people can only tolerate an hour.
yeah, yeah.
Obviously, maybe legs takes a little longer than training arms. If you're in the gym and you're doing that, you're eating and you're growing and you're progressing and you're getting a little stronger, you're seeing you're adding muscle tissue, you've probably hit.
The sweet
I mean,
spot.
it's impossible for us to know. Probably maybe one day there'll be incredible machines to test to hook up electrodes and they can
Yeah,
figure out
yeah,
exactly when we've hit that perfect spot. But for now, we have to just be
yeah,
instinctual and really see what's going
yeah,
on. But if you're growing, you're making progress, you're probably training the right amount with the right intensity, getting enough food, getting enough rest. But if you're overtraining, you're going to probably see certain things. You're going to see, first of all, lack of progress.
yeah,
Maybe um, regressing, maybe getting
yeah,
smaller, maybe not, if, on the higher end of,
yeah,
of overtraining is regressing
yeah,
in strength and in muscle size. You're probably going to find that your sleep isn't very good.
yeah,
You're probably going to find that you wake up in the morning, your resting heart rate is really high. You're probably going to notice little nagging injuries in your joints, like your elbows start hurting, your shoulders hurt, your knees hurt, because it's usually like I said, the muscles are very resilient. The
yeah,
central nervous system and the attachments, the ligaments and the tendons, those are the things that
yeah,
most injuries
yeah,
take place in. So you're going to start to notice that. You may notice you're getting a cold
yeah,
every other week. The cold is bordering on a flu. You're not feeling well.
yeah,
Those are usually your body telling you
yeah,
you're doing too much, and that's due to, yes, of course, some people undereat and some people
yeah,
undersleep.
yeah,
People who say, yeah, I'm only getting 4 hours of sleep, that's not very good for bodybuilding.
yeah, yeah,
Or if some people say, yeah, I'm just eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
yeah,
that's not great for bodybuilding. We need more frequent meals. But if you're, getting a decent amount of sleep and you're eating good meals, but you're in the gym for too long, pushing. And another thing, when you're in the gym, I'll tell you another good sign. When you start to lose, if you're training, let's just say chest, you're training hard, you're getting this massive pump.
yeah,
You're really like, you're getting a nice pump. And then you're like, no, I feel like doing some more. And
yeah,
that pump starts to go away. That's also another good sign that you're doing too much.
yeah, yeah,
The pump starts to go away. You don't really get those hard
yeah,
contractions
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
It's your
yeah,
muscle. It's because your central nervous system is not getting those powerful contractions to the
yeah,
muscle because that's where contract it comes from the brain. It goes to the
yeah,
spinal cord, goes to the muscles,
yeah,
and that's where you're getting it. So there's becomes an exhaustion. So you have to watch all those things. So to the people out there who
yeah,
listen, if you're on 2 grams of test a week and you're taking 500 milligrams of tren and you're on D-ball and 5 IU of GH, of course you're going to be able to tolerate more
yeah,
training.
yeah,
You're supercharged.
yeah,
But for most people out there, even if you're taking TRT or a little,
yeah.
or you're natural or whatever it is, you can overtrain.
Yeah.
So don't listen to I
That's
know people love to have that hardcore
yeah,
attitude, like you can't overtrain, you
yeah.
can't do it, you're a pussy. I'm
That's
sorry, that's not the way it works.
that's just